Hello sweet friends, Florence here, back with another video. I honestly had a full month to prepare for this video, and I went back and forth on doing a tutorial, on doing a plan with me, on a flip, but I don't have a planner that I consistently lived in for the entire year besides the Hobonichi. So I decided that I would do like a quick flip. If I have time, maybe I'll do a quick process video on gratitude. We'll see if I have time depending on how long this is. I failed. I failed at being consistent in my Hobonichi, but it's something that I ended up loving. At the beginning of the year, you can see it was well loved, and then about April I kind of fell off the bandwagon when my friend passed away, and then I kind of just fell off it, to be honest, and I wasn't in love with it anymore. So what happens when we no longer find use for something, we dive into something else, which is, there is nothing wrong with that, guys. Okay, let me tell you, there is nothing wrong with hopping in and doing something else, and it just happens. It's a part of our life. Sometimes we get a itch to go in a TN, sometimes we get an itch to go in an Erin Condren, and we go back and forth in rings and things, which is totally fine. Being in this creative community for a very long time, I have inserts, I have TNs, and they're all over the place. I just want one home, and I feel like the Hobonichi is that for me. I don't have my A6 to give you a size comparison, I'm sorry. This just works because I want a daily diary. I want to be able to just look back and see what I did in June. Like, I have planners that I could look back on, and I could easily, I shouldn't say easily, I can, you know, go and do a back plan with me. But at this point, it's December, almost December 1st in a couple days, so I just don't want to do that. Anyways, sorry for going off tangent. I just wanted to show you I am human. I am, you know, I have blank pages in my Hobonichi, and you know what? That is okay. If you are with me on this, my life's a hot mess, I didn't complete something this year, okay, I'm right there with you, right here, me, this girl right here. And I just wanted to share with you what my Hobonichi looks like, and I'm proud of, you know, the entries that I've done, because now for next year I know what I want to create. Anyways, sorry for that. Let's go with a flip. So if you've never seen a Hobonichi before, you have the 2019, the 2018, and 2020 calendar. I don't use this. A lot of people cover it. What does the front look like? It just says the Hobonichi Techo, and this is a cousin. So if you've seen me talk about the Hobo cousin, this is it. I don't know what people try. Well, you do like birthdays and stuff in here. Clearly your girl doesn't use it. I don't use the month on 2 pages. I should. I will, and I should. This is embarrassing. But, okay, we get to this. This is the page that I did in the beginning of the year. I was consistent. I truly finished this like the first week of, when was it, January? Look at Sadie taking a nap. This is some of the things that we did. And then, because I also have a traveler's notebook, I didn't really like keep up with this, but I did dabble in, like, this weekend I went to meet up with Julia, and then I had like heavy traveling the first 2 months of the year. This weekend I went to CHA in Phoenix. Over here, I think I was off for 1 week, and then I had to go to New York. I was in New York for almost 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? You could just look back on your weekend too and just be like, oh, that's what I did. And then I was supposed to come home this weekend for my cousin's wedding, but I decided to extend my trip, and I didn't come home until the 11th late night because I had to travel 2 days later to Chicago. And then from Chicago, I came home on Tuesday, and then I think 2 days later I had to go to Dallas for the first Wandering Planner show. First Wandering Planner show. And then PlannerCon was the following weekend. So you see, it's like back to back to back to back stuff. And I think that is about it on using the week on 2. Like I said, I have a traveler's notebook that I'm gonna show you in another video, but this is real life. Raise your hands if you have like blank pages that you haven't done. So, and then when I traveled in September, I just went on like a little staycay, vacay. This was the week that I first started having back problems, guys. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, so this is when I was supposed to go to Disneyland these 4 days, but then I pulled my back super bad, and then I ended up taking the coast home, which is really nice. If you've never taken the California coast, I suggest you should. I love Santa Barbara and Pismo Beach and stuff like that, so that's my fave. I seem to try and like dabble when I travel mostly. So anyways, that is that. I'm gonna probably do a little more for this year, but so this is the beginning of this year, and you have like a little, you could call it like a, what does Inkwell call it? I totally am brain farting what Inkwell calls theirs. It's like, I should remember. I used to once upon a time be on their team. It was my favorite part. But you could put like special dates, special memories. It's kind of like a landing page. And this was my first entry that I actually did on the 1st. And then because I was traveling, I didn't, enter anything. So I'm already failing, right? This is when I hung out with Julia. And then I hung out with my little peeps. Hung out with Tiara that day, that's why the stickers are there. But like I said, baby girls, I'm only human. And then this was CHA weekend. But this is what I want to do. I use this as a diary. You could call it a memory keeper, whatever. But for me, it's definitely a diary. What 30-year-old woman has a diary? Me, and it's in my Hobonichi. I just love memory keeping this way. So with stamps and stickers and ephemera and journaling cards and just writing here and there, it's like, it's good for my soul and I love it. So yeah, this is what I'm planning for it to look like a majority, you know. I have personal entries, so yeah. And then we're into February, and this was, I think, the day that I landed in New York for the National Stationery Show. And yeah, and this was my free day. I was able to meet up with like Cynthia and some of my New York girlfriends. And honestly, you don't have to write anything spectacular if you don't have anything to document, to be honest. Like, putting stickers and business cards is pretty much like any memorabilia that you want. You could do stickers, and like I went to, oh, my Atlanta, what is that place called? Is it Ink? I think it's Ink. I will link it down below. Not link. I will add their information. If you're ever in New York and you want to go to like a cool stationery place, Ink is great. They have really cute New York like washi. They're expensive. I easily spent like $50 stinking on it. And you could add postcards, and the hotel that I was staying at was right next to Muji, so I was able to go to Muji. And like this day I went to meet up with Cynthia and the Wonton team to go to dinner, and you know what I mean? It's just a really nice way to memory keep. Gray Street in New York, if you haven't been, it's like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, New Yorkers, like if it's Koreatown, I don't know if it's a town, but it's a lot of Korean things over there. Gray Street was a cool like dessert cafe place. And then I have like some personal things behind this, so I put a postcard. And then sometimes I'll take receipts. Issa Bagel is one of my favorites. Ooh, and then this was when I went to Chicago for the Chicago Planner Conference. If you aren't going next year, I feel bad for you. I'm not going next year because I just need to chill on traveling domestically. I want to save more for more international flights, and because I'm going to Go Wild, like I'm only limiting myself Go Wild and one more event. So yeah. And then this is just, you see how like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but like this aesthetic with just like Chicago everything I love. So yeah, like I said, I wish I would have, you know, kept up with it. And like I said, it is okay to skip a page, girlfriends. It's okay. Over here, it looks like this was one of the days that I traveled. I literally came home for less than 24 hours, and then I was on another flight. I do not know how I did not get sick, but I was burnt out, and that's why like I quit in March, because yeah. And if you don't know who this is, Stephanie and Lauren. Stephanie does an amazing event. I wish I was able to go this year, but you know, stuff happens. Okay, now we're in March. We have, I want to say this stamp is from Sweet Stamp Shop, but I don't know if she's in business anymore. I heard that she's closing up shop. This Adventures Waiting sticker is from my store. I don't remember where this is from. Love This City. I'm sure it's from Everyday Explorer. So a handful of us were hanging out at the house that I was staying at, and I had some of my friends just sign my hobo. And then this was PlannerCon day 1. had more people sign it over here. Sometimes I'll add photos, as you can see. I love the Instax. It's like my favorite. And then I skipped some days. And then, was this one? I went to Southern California to hang out with some of my friends, and then I did a Disney day. I think I did 2 Disney days actually, or 3. And then I did a beach day, and I went to Vox Kitchen. If you've never been to Vox Kitchen in Oceanside, I highly suggest it, and I love Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach is my favorite. This is not my handwriting. It's from a sticker sheet from Illustrated Faith. This is a beach. My life's a beach. And I love just putting random washi. And then sometimes I'll write quotes. But at times I'll have like my niece or my nephew draw photos. I didn't really do that much in here. This is from Elias. I hung out with them before my birthday because I was traveling, so that's why they drew me pictures. And sometimes I'll just have like a brain dump. Over here, it's my birthday. I should finish this. I might go back and put some more pictures, like print them out on like 2x2. If you're wondering where to print out photos and you don't have like an expensive photo printer, I suggest you just go to like Walgreens or Costco. Over here, I also wrote in my traveler's notebook and my planner, so that's how I'm able to back plan. There's no way I could just be like, oh yeah, on the 25th of March, that's what I did this day, because I know I went to the Reserve and I ate here at this really good onigiri cafe. It was so freaking good. I also met up with Tiff that day as well. Here's my mama and my auntie, and then over here on this day, I think I went, I don't even know why I'm telling you on this day, because you clearly could see. So here's what I did. It's just super simple, you know what I mean? Like I got this brochure, and then like I just put a photo and wrote down some things. I will do a journal with me, so don't fret on that. In here, nothing. Okay, so here we go. This day like broke me. And if you follow me on social media, you know I was having a really rough time, and I feel like sometimes my friend still visits me. I don't know if it's because he hasn't transitioned yet, but like, you know, when your really good friends passes away, like you have an extremely hard time, even though you guys haven't seen each other in a while. Well, yeah, I was having a really hard time. So I went to Southern California this day, and so I was already going to be in the area, and I was like, you know what, Florence, just go to his funeral / memorial service. Like, he was one of your best friends in college. Like, you have to go. So I went, and then my year kind of just was a blur. I just fell off the wagon with my Hobonichi. I didn't pick it up. I lost it. Like, I didn't completely lose it, but like I just didn't know where it was. And then I picked it up again in the summertime for a little bit. Tiara and I hung out this day. Sometimes I'll write some quotes. And then I'll put... Another way to remember things is just writing it on a sticky note. I dreamt of Leo. I know I definitely did not write anything in there. It's like skip August. Yeah, let's just skip August. And then I think I hung out with Yazis sometime in September, and we printed a bunch of photos. And I was going to memory keep. That's why I had like a ton print, like, you know, this size. But that was, again, an epic failure. And so I picked it up here and there. And then I effed up my back this day, so there was no entry on that. But then I was like, you know what, I need to cheer up, Buttercup. And I picked up my Hobonichi and did some memory keeping for the next day or two. And then I was like, ooh yeah, Halloween. Printed out a bunch of Halloween stuff, but didn't do anything for Halloween, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And then I went to Portland. Guess what? My back effed up again. So I didn't do anything to document Portland at all in here, sadly, even though I went somewhere. And then when I went to Disneyland a month ago, I went for like 3 days. That was fun. I went for Halloween. And then fast forward to November. Actually, fast forward to December, because December is in a couple days. Anyways, this is my life. Like, blank pages here and there. Like I said, I'm only human. And then over here, I was supposed to go to New York, and guess what? I got the effing flu and strep throat. So that's that. Here we are. So it wasn't like the most fantastic flip, but I wanted to share with you the realness of my life and kind of where my year has been. So, you know, where my head is at and stuff like that. But this is what I want to use for 2020. I'm also going to use other outlets, but I want one book to just document my whole entire year, you know? And it's okay to have blank pages. It's truly okay to have blank pages and not know, but like, you don't have to pick it up if you're not into it. You don't have to do that. But I'm pretty sure my 50-year-old self, God permits that I live that long, is going to thank me for like documenting my year, you know? So anyways, thank you so much for still rocking with me. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!